Hello and welcome back to another video of We Be Talking. We are so excited to have you guys listen. Where y'all been? I kind of miss y'all. Seems like I ain't seen or heard or talked to y'all in a long time.
We be talking, what's the word? Everything you never heard. We be talking, talking.
Let's not do all of that. I want to do something though. Look, come in close. Y'all come in close. Go tell a friend about our show. Okay? I just want to make sure you heard and saw me. All right. So what y'all need to do is like, comment, subscribe, share this video, okay? And don't forget to click that notification button at the top so you'll know when we get ready to post or when another video drop. So let's get into this topic real quick. We got an interesting topic for y'all, something to make you think. And if you're in a relationship like this, something to make you think, is it worth being in this relationship? So the topic is, I don't know how to word this, so I'm gonna just say it, okay? Married or not married?
Okay, city girl or suburban girl. Gotcha.
Okay. Or my thing is, would you prefer to be married or not married? And if you don't want to be married, why are you in a relationship forever and don't want to commit? That's
right.
With it, I don't know. Maybe throughout the conversation, you'll kind of get the hang of what we're talking about. But I think that was pretty clear. Okay.
Right.
Especially how my girl broke it down, city girl or suburban girl. Because if you watch P. Diddy and Young Miami the other day, she was
okay.
she don't want to be married. Nope. She's too young for that. Exactly. She got too much going on for that. She ain't got time to be locked down. So how many people think this way? You know what I mean? Like, well, marriage is like a beautiful thing. It was, here we go again, ordained by the Father. Come on now. With that being said, I think it's something, you know, that should be sacred and honored, and people should look forward to doing. Is marriage for everyone? I don't think it is, because the Bible talk about being able to be single, having the what was it called? Paul had it, the spirit of like being able to, the gift to be single. You know, some people, so I guess, supposed to be single all their life, but marriage is something that is. And if you're gonna be single all your life, you got to do it right. You got to know what that means now. You can't be like working and popping that thing to the left. You know what I mean? So you got to figure out which one you want to do. But with that being said, ladies, what y'all think about that?
Is it gonna be wife for life or girlfriend to the end? Apparently, Lori Harvey don't want to be wife for life right now.
No, let me say this. Y'all don't know what that girl. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's what we hear, but how you know that was the reason? Like, how you know that's the complete reason?
I'm just saying. I didn't say it was. I'm just saying. Apparently. I mean, like, that's what.
The way she moved, it appears that way.
Yes,
she moved through these men like, I don't know.
I mean, you know. What you think of a wife for life or girlfriend to the end?
So I'm so glad that you asked. As I am currently a wife, what I will say is that if my husband passed before me, I will never, ever, 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 ever get married again.
Really?
I would do single. I don't want to get married again.
Why?
It's too much. It's too much. Respectfully.
So you'd be single forever?
Truthfully, I would be single adjacent.
What does that mean, single adjacent? What is single adjacent, honey?
Meaning I would not want to be single. I would want to date, but I would not want to be in a relationship.
Okay, so you would want the benefits,
yes,
of being married without the title.
Not necessarily the benefits of marriage.
As a believer, you would want to have that type
without the title. I wasn't looking at it from a believer perspective, to be completely honest with you. I was talking about it more from because every day I got to renew this walk. But I was just talking all those aside. But truthfully, though I love marriage, love being married, I think there is a beauty in not necessarily having to consider another individual And
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Choices that you want to make, the type of life that you want to live, the freedom that comes with that. And so for me, it's at first it's like, oh, I always want to be married, I want to be married. Oh, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Thank the Lord that my husband's gonna have a long life that God has promised unto us. But after said long life, if the Lord has not returneth, she gonna be single adjacent.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could kind of understand what you said, that you wouldn't mind not having to consider somebody else, because I'm single right now and I'm living my best life. I don't have to consider anyone else.
Anybody.
Me and my kids. And if I want to go do something, I'm the one that's making the decision. I'm doing what I want to do. But at the same time, sometimes I'm like, man, it would be nice to have, someone in your corner all the time. So I mean, I get it. I understand both ends, but don't be quick to say, though. Don't be too quick to say that you would want to be single. You don't know. Unless
I heard it's hard out here in these single streets, but I mean, if I'm like adjacent, like not actually on the road, but I'm just like at the where the two roads meet. I can see the road and still, pick up a hot dog here or there on the corner.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Let me stop.
With that being said,
y'all don't be. Let me stop.
I mean, okay, all that we see we see. But I think she threw me off with the hot dog.
I'm sorry.
With the little hot dog stand. But, and they be real good too, because I've had one off the street.
Okay.
I'm talking about first off, I'm talking about a real hot dog from my hot dog stand. Okay.
Yes.
That's all I'm talking about. Let's clear that up. Secondly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say if something was to happen, God forbid, if something was to happen to my husband, would I ever get married again? I can't say. Honestly, I'm sitting here thinking I would only want to marry him. In my mind, like, oh my God, if something was to happen to him, I would only want him. But that would be my only reason for saying no, I don't want to get married again, because I feel like I don't know if there's another man out there that will put up or treat me the way that he does, or afford the lifestyle that he gives me. Like, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there are great men out there, but I hear how bad a lot of single women talk about the slim pickings. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, Lord, let's keep this life forever. Let's keep I want to keep my husband, because I don't want to have to go through that. And if that is the case, I just would never say I never want to be married, only because I enjoy my married life. Mm-hmm. There is a part of it where you have to sacrifice, and there is a part where you have to consider someone else, because you're with that person.
You do, yeah.
But if you're with the right person, it's not a burden.
Absolutely,
it's not a burden. It's not a burden at all. And even though marriage has its ups and its downs, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's perfect, because it's not. I'm not saying that we don't have our things that we have to work through, because we definitely do. But at the end of the day, it is a beautiful thing if it's done right. And to be loved by someone unconditionally, I think that trumps my saying, oh, I would prefer to have my freedom. To know that no matter what, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm loved, and that he wouldn't, at this point in my life, he wouldn't betray me for any reason with anybody or anything. So to have that type of security and love, and know that, and he still look at me and still in love with me and still attracted, and whatever the case may be, I don't know. I love it. I love it on this side. And I think I would do it again if it was the right person.
Right. Right.
And all of the other things that come along, like the sacrifice of, not being free. And it's why I don't want to be free, because, I lock me down. Okay. So no, I'm just playing. But I wouldn't say I wouldn't do it, because it's just been it's a beautiful thing to me. And I think that's the way God has designed it. You know, I couldn't imagine, as much as I hate El Paso, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else because
right.
And that's
I think,
but I don't know. Why do you think some people have an issue with committing? Like they would be in relationships for years. Somebody we know that we can't stand. He was with this woman for 20 years. Oh God, saved man. And now was it 20 years? Noel Jones been with this woman.
Noel Jones.
He want to marry her because he said he needs somebody to push his wheelchair.
And now he's old. He's an old man now. And but you know what though? For that, I blame her because her standards. I mean, that's what she accepted. You know what I'm saying? You set the standards for your own life. You decide how somebody's gonna treat you. If they don't treat you right and you stay, then you're telling them that it's okay for them to not, and if you want to be in a relationship with somebody and not be married for 20 years, you're telling them that it's okay, that you don't mind that.
You're right. And at the proposal, he literally said, I had to go on and do this because, I thought about it. He weighed his options, he was saying. Like, do he want to be old and alone? Or do you want to be old and have somebody help him in the tub or push his wheelchair? This is your reasoning for saying, okay, now?
It's so disrespectful.
Right.
That is so, but she was looking like, oh my gosh, I'm so honored. Like she had won a prize. Because like you had been with this man for 20 years and he didn't see fit to make it official. And he's a whole bishop, okay? We're not just talking about some regular man off the street, it doesn't even make a difference. A regular man off the street.
That makes it worse. Yeah. Because I expect more from you, sir.
Come on, yes.
Get your life.
Yeah, I was like, oh no.
Do you think the reason she was like beaming with pride is because like since she's been with him so long, she knows him and knows that maybe like that's kind of the way he is with there's some people like they say things and they could be joking or they're kind of, you know what I mean? Which is why she wasn't embarrassed when he said those things because it's kind of like, oh Lord, I know how he is. Because what he says to me in our private time may not be exactly what he expresses. Does that, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand. She feel like she know him, so she know that. But even if I knew him and I go back and watch it, I'd be like, babe, that was wrong. You shouldn't have said that.
But
absolutely.
Even joking, certain things you just don't joke about.
Absolutely.
We can joke at home, but in front of people, you just don't joke.
Because the reality is, you've been with me for 20 years and you didn't marry me. So is this really a joke or is it true? Because it wasn't joke. There's some truth behind it. It wasn't funny. It's not a joke. There's definitely some truth behind that because I don't understand for the life of me. I don't listen.
Go ahead. No. Go
ahead. I don't think there's anything wrong with somebody saying that they don't want to be married, but at the same time, don't be like, I don't want to be married, but you want to enjoy the perks of being married.
Right.
You got to pick, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be married, but you want to be in a relationship. You want to live with somebody. You want somebody to cook and clean for you and do all these things. You're living as if you're married, but you're not saying you're not. Like I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. But
some people actually believe, and I think they made themselves believe. And the reason why I say this is because when God created mankind, a lot of the desires or the things that he wanted for us, he placed in us. So I don't know no little girl who hadn't had the desire to say, hey, I want to be married at some point. Now, life goes and you've been hurt and you saw different things and you've been, whatever the case may be, you created this world, or in your mind, you say, you know what, I don't ever want to look like that. I don't ever want this to be. So therefore, whatever your reasonings, you go, I don't want to be married. I don't believe that. It's the same with an individual who don't believe in God. The Bible says the earth itself declares, I'm going somewhere, y'all just stay with me.
Come on now.
There is a God. The earth itself declares that there is a God. And so what I have learned, and I've talked to someone who's been down that road, is that it's harder to make yourself believe that there isn't a God than to believe that there is.
Come on.
That comes from a person
work harder.
who once confessed or tried to convince themselves that God isn't real or that there isn't a God. They said it's hard because nature itself, you could go outside and look at these mountains and say, okay, God, you are awesome. You know what I mean? So the earth itself declares that there's a God. With that being said, with God being the originator of mankind, he designed and originated marriage. So it was already on the inside of you. So you have to, things have to come up in your life for you to convince yourself that no,
that's not what you want.
Because of your hurt and trauma and past. I'm nobody ain't told me that. I'm just convinced that that's how that works. Because there's things in my life that I've looked at and once said, I told myself I would never get married, and I had told myself that I'd never have kids.
4 kids later.
I rushed and did both of those real early in life. 4 kids later, I'm married with kids, and now I'm sitting here saying I wouldn't do anything else. But my whole thing is, I told myself that based off past experiences and hurts that I had felt, and I said I'd never want my children to go through this, or I'd never want anybody that I love to experience this. So those things once came out of my mouth. I don't believe that a person just come here saying they don't want good things, because God has given us all good things. The enemy come up with things and make us believe that the good things that God created aren't good, so therefore we don't want them. So I don't believe that. I believe, I just believe people been hurt and they just don't want it. They're afraid, or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. People say they don't want to do it, but I think they need to go back and think about it. And my thing
figure out why they come
it. If you've been in a relationship over 10 years with a person, 5 years, 11, you're married. Like, what?
You just don't have the paper.
You don't have to, come on. Because back in the day, when no paper, it was just sex.
Yes. And that's how they consummated the marriage.
You got people in polygamous relationships now don't even realize it, because they don't sleep with this person. That person got 7,000 husbands and wives and not even realize.
That's what Jesus told the woman at the well.
Oh yeah, he did.
You got all these husbands. But my thing is, you married all these people, and let's talk about it. You married, like, literally, in God's eyes, you're married. Ooh, Lord, let me go back and see if I divorce them. Lord, I just want to divorce them. I'm saved. Okay, so I divorced them. I just married one person right now. Yeah, Lord Jesus, I need to send out letters. I just want you to know
that we are divorced. Okay,
just no longer got to claim me on your taxes. You can't.
I mean, I don't know if you go biblical or natural. I don't know which way you go, but I'm not your spouse.
You are so silly.
Y'all divorced other people? Let's talk about it. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Harris fans is like,
so silly. You are so silly.
Don't go there.
Listen, so why do you think? Well, I don't know. Why do y'all think so many people would rather?
Like Lori, if that's true, why Lori Harvey don't want to be married to Michael B. Jordan with his 5'7"? You think he got a 5-inch penis?
I feel like, like I said, I don't know these people, and this is just something I think, right? It is not relevant to anything, okay? But I feel like she might have gotten with him for publicity, because he is Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, she came out with her, what was it? A skincare line? She came out with
a skincare line right around the time they was together.
Yeah, and and my thing is, I mean, he's a wealthy man, of course, and he was this is the part that I don't like about it. When he was showering you with gifts, you knew that you didn't want to get married, right?
This Negro gave her some stuff.
You also knew that his intentions was to make you his wife, because men just don't be giving you stocks and all these things that he was showering you with just because you cute and want to be your boyfriend forever. You knew that. So my thing is, why accept the gifts? And when he comes with a ring, you say, like I said, I don't know the situation. Maybe he cheated on her. We don't know. Maybe she found out that he's gay and we don't know. There's so many other things that we don't know. But if it's, But my thing is, don't waste people's time or whatever, you know. But I don't know. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been married and now I'm single. And obviously my marriage wasn't the best thing ever, because then I wouldn't have been single right now. But even with that, I still say that I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will never say that I want to be single for the rest of my life. Like, I will never get married again. I will never say that, because I do want to get married again. I do want to experience that love that she was talking about, because I don't think I've experienced that, you know? So, and even though, not saying that I'm sad being single, because I'm living my best life. Y'all know that. I'm having
have constant debates whether or not you want somebody to come and disturb you.
Right, and disturb my peace.
Or you want to be with somebody. So apparently your single life is a beautiful thing.
It is.
And sometimes when you be talking to me about how peaceful it is, I'll be like, dang. And then the minute you will say something about disturbing your peace, then you be like, she go. I'll be like, you know, right.
There's obviously good on both if you're gonna do it right. If you're gonna be single, being single the right way, or being married the right way. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's your preference, you know. And like you said, marriage ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. You know.
I also think that you also got to look at the different generations as to why, when it comes down to people that want to get married. Like, for example, my parents, like, that was kind of like the natural progression. You know, like, it kind of was like, you grow up, you become adult, you start dating, you get married, you have kids, you get house, blah, blah, blah. But now, as the future generations come and they realize that that doesn't have to be my path where that's my first stop. I want to go open up a business. I want to go traveling. I want to go. And so I think that since now, young women have the confidence to kind of follow through and be secure in themselves to go experience things, and like realize that I don't have to start living a life with an individual. I am perfectly capable of starting to live my life by myself. I think that's why people are kind of not rushing to marriage.
Yeah.
You know, because guys would do it all the time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And there's more to a woman than being a wife and a mother. There's so much more to, you know?
And I think exactly. And so I think that since you have that, the young women and the ladies and things that are like, they have that mindset, like, I am just not an A and B. Like, I'm not a monolith. There's so much more to me that I want to explore. They're not rushing to marriage. It's like, okay, well, I'm in Baskin Robbins with 72 flavors.
Okay.
And I think do I want butter pecan, or do I want some fudge, or do I want caramel? So they kind of
Baskin Robbins don't come out with a little bit of you know, just come out of Baskin Robbins without a toothache. Okay,
come on now.
Right.
No, just like no. And you know what? Honestly, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because me personally, I do not want my daughters to rush into marriage.
Yes,
I want them to, you know, get things in order in their life. I want them to finish college. I want them to go on and start a career, or I want them to get established. First and foremost, I really want them to know who they are in Christ. I want them to grow in a relationship with the Father and flourish in their lives and all that He created them to be. And then I want them to do it the correct way. I don't want them to rush into a marriage with a person. If they meet someone that's compatible with the same views and that we realize, you know, that love them and they're taking their time to figure that out, I'm not going to be against them settling down with the person, you know, that I know that loves them and that's going to honor them and take care of them better than their father. But at the same time, I know what marriage comes along with. So yeah, I don't see anything wrong with, you know, exploring who you are and doing all of the things that God has placed in you before you know, settle down with an individual. But at the same time, it's not even that's the issue. It's the being in a relationship with people forever and be like, I ain't gonna never get married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
gonna be my girlfriend until we die. And you know, I knew somebody very close to me that did that, and they weren't gonna get married or whatever the case may be, and then that individual got sick, right? And his mom had to be the one to do all the signing or could say who could come in the hospital. And it was
He has no say.
time. So she had no say. She couldn't be there. The only person that allowed to be there in the room with him was his mom. And homegirl was furious because she got 2 of this man babies and she can't say a word, you know, and they live together. She called him her husband, but when it came down to, you know, who gonna shake and bake, she had to sit at home while his mom called the shots. She was just like, oh my God, I gotta do something. So immediately after that, they got married because she didn't like the fact that someone else, you know, could call shots of who came to see her man. He down and out. She can't even come in the room.
Listen, let me ask y'all, have y'all ever known anybody that's been in a relationship for a long time, right? They've been in a relationship 5 to 10 years. And then they get married. And as soon as they get married, it don't work no more.
Absolutely.
They divorce.
Absolutely.
What is that about? Why is that?
I don't know.
Honestly, I think the relationship worked for them because there was not the pressure of expectations that came along with the marriage. For example, I can go into, if I want to go inside a Foot Locker and I say I like tennis shoes and I want to go into Foot Locker and I want to try on all these tennis shoes and just every day I'm trying on the same tennis shoes. Oh man, I like these shoes. I don't know if I want to buy this. I don't know. But I'm coming back every day. I'm still not putting any pressure on myself to purchase them shoes. But once I purchase them shoes, I've made a decision that this is coming home with me. This is going to be something that's worn with my wardrobe day in and day out. When they were, let me make sure I don't say names, when they were dating and they were dating for, I want to say eight years. And they finally got married because they were on baby number 3. Finally got married because she was like applying the pressure because she finally decided, I think this is what I want to do. So he was like, it was almost like okay, so you can shut up about it. But once they got married, they changed because it went from you, my man, you, my girl, and we got kids to you're my husband, I'm your wife. And so there's a different level of respect. There's a different level of responsibility. There's a different level of expectations. They never, from what I saw, they never fought. But, got into interactions. Like they were just cool. It was one of those things where you was like, dang, maybe this could work, But when they got married, they would be in the same room and it was literally like oil and water. Like you didn't want to be in that vicinity because if she said something, he said, like, so they ended up divorcing. They ended up divorcing. And to this day, they said they wish they did not do it because now it is messing with their ability to co-parent. Like they co-parented better when they were just dating. Yeah. And he was like, she wanted too much. She was like, he wasn't doing enough. And he was like, I was doing the same thing I've been doing. And she was like, it was just, and I honestly think it was the pressure of when those titles hit. If I'm a chief of state, I'm gonna act one way, but baby, you tell me I'm president, everybody better stand up when I come in the room. If you see my car coming, everybody better put the flag, have it up flying high, because you're gonna react and respond to me because my title has changed, darn it. And what I let go was chief of state. I ain't gonna let go now. You know what I mean?
I think that they probably were never compatible to begin with. Like compatibility, does it change because you get married?
Because I know somebody who was together like long time. They didn't get married till their kids got grown and they still married today. You know what I mean? I just think, I don't know. I don't know. I do know when me and Dane was boyfriend and girlfriend, we didn't argue like we did when we got married. When we got married in the first couple of years, us trying to become one, like us understanding that, living in the same house and doing what I know, it was just different. Okay. We got over that little hump and then, we better, but it took some maturing. I don't know. I don't know what, they probably shouldn't have been together, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because if they can be married, I don't know.
Because when you're boyfriend and girlfriend, they were pretty much living as a married couple. Your boyfriend and girl, you have kids together, you live in the same house.
So they just let titles define them.
I don't think it was that. I think when you're dating and you're boyfriend and girlfriend, there's a lot of things that you don't really speak on when you're dating, because technically
you're not married.
You're not in that. It's like, boo, like you acting like you might. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't your pay rate.
Right. So you don't even address certain issues.
Right. So then when the marriage actually happened, it's like, okay, I finally reached the emphasis of where I feel like I would have had to have been to be able to address these things confidently. And I think that's where
they should have sat down with Franklin.
Hello.
So they can know when to feel safe. They need to know to turn their media maker on and off. Not just playing.
You saw it underneath.
I couldn't help but say that. So, well, man, I hate that happened for them. I hate it for the kids. I hate it for them. I know, you know, I just, man, I wish they could have went about that another way. But you know, it sucks. Yeah. So I don't know. I really ain't got the answer why people do what they do. We're just talking about it. The show is called We Be
Talking.
It ain't called We Got Answers.
We have answers because we don't. Talk about it.
The one who does, Jesus.
Hey, come on now.
Hey. If you would like us to introduce you to him, baby, just drop it down in the comment section.
Come on now, because he got them. He got the answer.
All.
And look, let me tell you something. And he's the perfect counselor. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is.
So all this, I need counsel, and I ain't gonna say I don't need it because let me tell you something. I'm not against counseling. I'm not against the right person to counsel me.
Absolutely, that's the key.
Godly counsel. I'm not against it. I don't see anything wrong with seeking counsel above myself. I don't see nothing wrong with going to sit with someone and getting answers and understanding what's the problem. So no, I am not against counseling. I really am not, because I will go to sit on somebody's couch. Okay. I just not want nobody red tape. I will couch.
Oh Lord, I cannot with her.
But I will go sit on somebody's couch and talk to them about you know some things that I need to fix, especially if they exemplified those things, or you know, I'm not against it. I'm not against godly counsel at all. Yeah, I ain't got the answers. So we're gonna have to talk to somebody who do. And if y'all got the answers out there, please drop down in the chat below. Talk to us. Let us know why. Help us.
We want to know
where you at, because we want to know.
We want to know why when people stay together for a long time and then get married, sometimes it don't work. Tell us why, because we don't know.
Yeah, tell us.
Tell us why. Because let me tell you something. I'm not dating nobody for no. I think 1 year is the longest I will date somebody without getting married.
And my friend said she would date somebody 6 months, and
6 months.
In the third month they're gonna get engaged, and in the next 3 months they're gonna plan to with.
Absolutely.
They're gonna plan to with it.
I did that.
I feel like when you get to a certain age, you know what you want. He know what he want. You know what you want. You come together and talk about what we want from each other, what our expectations, our goals, and stuff like that. If we're compatible, we're compatible. If we're not, keep it moving. It don't take that long. Mm-hmm. It really doesn't.
And you know, also, I think the reason why a lot of people also don't want to go down the road of marriage is it doesn't. I think the definition of marriage has changed so much in regards to what it means to people. You know what I mean? Like like marriage is sacred. Like you know, it's like, this is my soulmate. This is the person that I'm going to go through life with. This is the person that I am saying, no matter what happens, no matter what wall we hit, we gonna ride this out, you know? Well, of course, there are certain situations of where it's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put you off at exit 22 because I can't ride this train with that. So you know, just put that out there for disclaimer. But now the enemy has convoluted marriage so much.
Yes. Wow, that right there.
To where it's
not something. That word convoluted. I need help. I don't think I ever heard that one. And if I have, I ain't never understood it.
Oh,
and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to spell it right and Google it.
You so
I'm just being real. If you want to put somebody on the real, it's me. So can you please help me with convoluted real quick? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one sitting at home like convoluted. What the fuck?
Think of it like if you're looking at if you're at the Bahamas and the water is beautiful and clear. Convoluted is like if you're looking at a pond and it's all murky and you can't even really see through. It's just like all kind of.
Got it.
Yes.
Twisted up, messed up.
Just all
tainted it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, tainted it. And so then it's not anything to
desire.
It's not really something to desire, especially
so good
when the parts of it that are being highlighted are those who are not living the life correctly. So then it's like you're shining the brightest light on, oh, this is marriage, but it's the most toxic, dysfunctional mess to where you're like, I don't want that. I can keep my subscription to Netflix. I'm not subscribing to that. You know, I don't even want the free trial. We're just gonna leave that right there, and I'm just continue what I'm doing. And so I think that has a big effect as well on why you have some people that stay in relationships for years because they like the option of an easy out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't have to go to the courthouse to file for divorce, to deal with all of it. Like,
it's
the easy break.
That's a good point. Young Miami said. That's exactly what Young Miami said in her own words, because you know I love the way the girl put her words together. Okay, that's what she said. She was like, because when it's time to go, it's time to go. I ain't got time for all that other stuff.
So, it's a clean book.
But you know what? That's so true, Ave, because look at people. If you're only like emulating the people in Hollywood or the people, you know, that on social media and that are famous and popular, how often do they get married today and tomorrow they're divorced?
Right.
It's very rare that you see couples in Hollywood that stay together for a long time. And if they do, they're not the ones that are highlighted.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So why would, if you look at, and even if in our own world, if you look at some people's marriages, it's not anything to desire. From the outside looking in, it's not anything to desire. So why would you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't have hardly any good examples of good marriages, you know, why would you desire it? But thank God, I've got plenty of good examples of, you know, what good marriages are.
Awesome.
So, yes. So I still desire to be married. So for me, it's wife for life. I ain't gonna be nobody girlfriend to nowhere. Okay? Girlfriend for 6 months, and don't even call me your girlfriend. Like boyfriend and girlfriend, don't call me that. I don't.
Who you want to be called?
Who you want to call? That's what I was about to say. So what you want to be called if y'all?
And that's why you feel like I feel about best friend. Don't call me your best friend. I don't like that. That's so childish.
Come on.
You're not my best friend.
Who am I? My girlfriend, my boyfriend. I'm 40 years old. Like, I feel like that's for high school people. That's for kids that are. You know, that's my boyfriend. That's my girlfriend. Like No.
So what would you? So if you're dating someone, and let's say it's month 4, and they having a cookout, and he brings you to the family to come to the cookout, how would you like that individual to introduce you? And y'all are dating
as his fiance, because by that time we engaged, honey. Because I'm not playing no games.
Okay, but at the point when y'all not engaged, y'all on month 3, and y'all ain't got engaged, or month 2, and he bring you to the cookout again. Explain to us how this man supposed to address you or introduce you.
I don't know. Just whatever. Call me by my name, but
my friend Tamara. This is my friend Tamara.
Oh, now see that would girl. Oh gosh, ain't nobody eating. I'm flipping the whole grill over. Ain't no way me and you dating too much. You're my friend. My Jesus is my friend. No, sir.
Okay, but
listen, I don't see anything wrong with that. As long
as I was gonna say,
I was gonna have an understanding of what we are to each other, and we know the goal we're trying to reach, and we're gonna get there pretty soon. I don't care if you call me your friend.
Right. I was gonna say in that particular situation, when she don't want to be called a girlfriend.
That's true. That's the next.
Introducing me to the family before we're engaged, but we got a mutual agreement of who we are and what we're doing. Then my friend.
Yeah.
This is my. Would you mind him saying this is my lady? My lady.
Lookums.
Something, because listen, everybody is gonna know. I'm not gonna be like your regular, like a regular friend. Everybody gonna know that.
Oh, the way he gonna be acting at the cookout, everybody gonna know that ain't just a friend. You say she just.
Hello.
No, but my question is, like, would you mind him saying my lady? You know, my lady or my girl?
No, I just think like saying girlfriend is just so immature and so,
my lady Tamara. Because if he call you his lady, you already know what's up.
Listen. But yeah, I'm wifey for life.
So Ave, would you have a problem with him? With I'm sorry, not him, because you're married. But if
no,
you
I
were,
got you. You so
no, because I was like him. Everybody was like, hold on, wait a minute, who is this other guy?
Let's rewind this back. And she said she been married at 26.
We got to clear this up because people are messy out there in YouTube world.
Right. Thank you.
They be like, him, who is it? No, she's married. I'm saying if she was in a relationship with somebody, if she wasn't married, how would you want them? Would you don't mind them saying, hey, this is my girlfriend, Ave, or?
I don't. But calling me friend, you just cursed me out. Like, ain't nobody eat hot dogs and hamburgers. All y'all gonna be eating, drinking the Hugs juices. Because if you got B, I'm pouring that out too. Because I'm mad. Because I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend.
To each his own. But then again,
what if y'all ain't having sex?
Huh?
I mean, because it sounds like somebody getting their back blowed out. Because
but I guess
the thing is, if you're not married, you're single.
But thank you. And my thing is, what if y'all not having, like, if y'all not having sex?
You're not having sex.
You're
doing it right.
For me, myself, even if we ain't having sex, if we are dating and in a relationship, you ain't calling me no friend. That's me, myself, person. You ain't calling me no friend. Like, you can introduce me, you can put something in front of that, my girlfriend, we going further in a relationship friend, in 2.5 months, she gonna be my fiance and no longer my friend. But we just ain't doing friend like it's a complete sentence. Like, you got to put some sort of adjective in front of that, because I just no, because if we're dating, we're dating for a purpose. Well, so then I want to acknowledge the stages that we're at before we're getting to the finale of where we're trying to get to.
But you're just friends until you get engaged, honestly.
You are, really?
I don't see it like that.
You're just getting to know each other because you're single. There is no commitment right now. You're just close friends getting to know each other before you get married, like before you engage.
You decide that, okay,
this should be a show. This should be a show.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I guess I don't see it. I don't see it like that. Because at this point you're exclusive. So at this point,
we can be exclusive friends, but you're just friends. You ain't know what.
I guess it depends on who you ask. I guess for some people,
exactly,
the word girlfriend holds more weight than the word friend. To me, girlfriend don't hold no weight to me. That's just to me.
Gotcha.
But some people would say yes. Make sure everybody know that I'm your girlfriend or whatever. As long as I know, we know. You know what I'm saying? We have that understanding. We have that mutual respect for each other. I
think if he truly respects you as his future wife, everybody gonna know that you.
Everybody's gonna know. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't nobody gonna be wondering who that. He said that's his friend, but what? Everybody gonna know. Mm-hmm. I'm his friend. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm his friend. He about to stick his friend in. Okay. Okay. Let me stop. Okay, Lord. That was unnecessary. Yes. So with that being said, y'all tell us why y'all be these girlfriends for life, okay?
Right.
Please tell us.
What are you team wifey for life, or are you team girlfriend?
Because now I'm his wife, I'm his girlfriend, I'm his best friend, I'm his homeboy, his home girl. I'm all of it.
All of it.
You're all of it. You're all of
it.
Hats. Or are you team single, ain't trying to mingle? Which one are you? But anyway, y'all, what y'all think about this show?
Oh, I got one more thing to say before we hang up. Because y'all remember when P. Diddy and Young Miami had their little conversation, and she said, she said, what are we? He was like, dating, we friends. He just started naming, and she was like, oh, because she said we go together real hard. And he said, oh, we go together now. Because I guess they had no titles on it because they were just doing whatever. She was like, I'm more than just. So she felt the same way, but he didn't say my girlfriend, my lady, my woman, he was just like, we're dating we're friends. We go to exotic. He just named a bunch of places.
I get that.
And then she was like, so I kind of understand a little bit. You need to put a little bit more respect on my name.
Right.
Right. Just your homegirl. Because he said, he said he was single. If he had said in a relationship, I think it would have been better.
Absolutely.
Because he just said he was single, because no longer you're not single anymore, because you're not single though. Don't be coming to the party saying I'm single. No. I mean, I'm single, but I ain't single.
But listen though, I feel like I didn't see that show or whatever that was that y'all talking about with P. Diddy and Young Miami. But I feel like they might not have been on the same page. They're not on the same page because she's thinking one thing and he's thinking another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, okay, maybe I don't want to get married. She don't want she want to go when she get ready to. But at the same time, like, does he think that you're his girlfriend or he think that y'all just kicking it? Or
the
like
pressure was on and he didn't want to completely say, because the way that they were looking and talking to each other, we knew they were more than friends.
Right.
I think the pressure was on when she asked him, and the whole world watching now, P. Diddy, who she is. I think, because of who he is and the idea of not being able to be Mr. Love to everybody no more, just like that pressure that she put on him at that moment. But she got it back later on because he didn't like some of her answers she had said in the end or whatever. Y'all gotta go back to, but I like, but anyway. But with that being said, we're gonna stop talking because we can do this for hours and hours. And that
it's been about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Yes. Okay. So make sure y'all comment at the end. Let us know what you think about this. Talk to us. We want to talk back to y'all. We want to interact with y'all. Y'all don't be listen. We always talk about this, that y'all do this, and I got a message earlier about the last show that we posted. And somebody a nice comment, very good comment that would have started a wholesome conversation. But this person decided to comment on the messages instead of commenting on the show. Come on, y'all.
My family do it all the time.
Comment down below. We wanna have this conversation.
Yeah, let us know. And let us know what y'all think about Ave and his girlfriend stuff. Let's ruffle her feathers a little.
But is Ave tripping, or does she have a point? Do y'all agree with Ave, or do y'all not?
Then y'all let us know about, because she said she'll flip the whole thing. It wouldn't be nothing but no good.
Ain't nobody eating no corn.
Listen,
okay, no potatoes.
Ave's not playing no game with y'all, okay? She not playing no game with y'all.
I'm poking holes in all the Capri Suns. Your churn ain't getting none of that either.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, okay? And make sure you share this video. We want everybody to see this, okay? We can't wait. I think it's a good show and it's a good conversation starter. I know some of y'all in relationship right now, y'all wondering, I wonder if I just gave him too much leeway. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We will catch you again on another show. We love you. Bye.
We be talking, oh, we talking.